Welcome back to our channel. 1 cent doesn't seem like much, until you see the incredible value hidden in pennies. In the year 1979, the United States found itself at a crossroads of tradition and change. The nation was experiencing a period of economic adjustment, transitioning from the post-war boom to a more complex global economy. Amidst these shifts, the U.S. Mint continued its tradition of producing coins that not only served as currency but also reflected the nation's evolving identity. The 1979 Lincoln penny stands as a testament to this blend of continuity and transformation. The design of the 1979 penny remained faithful to its predecessors. The obverse featured the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner. Surrounding Lincoln's image were the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," with the year 1979 placed beneath. This familiar visage served as a poignant reminder of the nation's leadership and the ideals it upheld. The reverse side showcased the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This iconic structure, a symbol of the nation's heritage, was depicted with meticulous detail, highlighting the building's architectural grandeur. Encircling this emblem were the words "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum," with 1 cent displayed below. This design was more than just imagery, it was a testament to the nation's values and its enduring legacy. Minting of the 1979 penny took place across 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced 6,018,515,000 coins without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint struck 4,139,357,254 pieces bearing the D mint mark. San Francisco's Mint crafted 3,677,175 proof versions, each stamped with an S. These proofs were special editions, intended for collectors and distinguished by their high-quality finish and the clarity of their mint marks. An interesting aspect of the 1979 penny is its composition. Made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the intrinsic value of the copper content alone often exceeded the coin's face value, especially as copper prices fluctuated. This phenomenon led to discussions about the cost of producing pennies and eventually influenced the Mint's decision to change the penny's composition in the years that followed. Beyond the standard issues, the 1979 penny also saw its share of errors and variations, adding to its allure among collectors. One notable variety was the BIE die break, where a die crack appeared between the letters B and E in Liberty, creating a raised line. While these errors were relatively minor, they added a unique character to the coins and became a point of interest for numismatists. Site turn 0 search 10. Another intriguing anomaly was the occurrence of double die errors. This happened when the coin die was misaligned during the minting process, resulting in a slight doubling of the design elements. These errors are rare and highly sought after, with some pieces commanding prices well above their face value. Site turn 0 search 10. The condition of a coin significantly influences its value. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC are assessed for quality, with higher grades indicating minimal wear and superior preservation. A 1979 penny in MS-67 grade is considered exceptional, with only a few examples known. Such coins have achieved auction records, with one example fetching $5,463 in 2012, underscoring the premium placed on high-grade pieces. Site turn 0 search 1. Beyond errors and condition, the story matters. People collect because coins tell stories. The 1979 penny, with its link to a pivotal era in American history, speaks to resilience, adaptation, and continuity. Many collectors and enthusiasts are drawn to this coin not just for its design or potential value but for the narrative it encapsulates, a narrative of a nation evolving yet holding steadfast to its core values. But the journey of this coin doesn't end there. Over the years, collectors have sifted through rolls of pennies, looking for that 1-in-a-million piece. Some stumbled across near-perfect specimens, others were lucky enough to find error coins that had somehow escaped notice for decades. These coins changed hands quietly at first, their value growing as word of their rarity spread. A coin that was worth 1 cent suddenly carried a price tag of hundreds, then thousands, and now, as promised, the number you've been waiting for. A 1979 D Lincoln penny, in pristine uncirculated condition with a dramatic die break error, has been valued at an impressive $130,000. That's not a typo. $130,000, for a coin most people might overlook. It's a reminder that history isn't just in books or museums. Sometimes, it's right there in your pocket, waiting to be noticed. The story of the 1999 penny begins in the late 20th century, a period marked by technological advances, shifting social dynamics, and a nation in transition. The penny, or the 1-cent piece, has been a staple of American currency since 1793, when it was first introduced by the U.S. Mint. Over the years, the design and composition of the penny have undergone numerous changes, but the 1999 penny holds a unique place in this narrative, as it marks a period when significant transitions in coinage were taking place. Before diving into the specifics of the 1999 penny itself, it's important to consider the historical backdrop of this particular era. The late 1990s were a time of relative prosperity for the United States. The economy was strong, the internet was becoming more integrated into everyday life, and the country was approaching the turn of the millennium. In many ways, the 1999 penny symbolizes the end of an era, both for the penny itself and for the country as a whole, as it marked the final year in which the penny featured the iconic Lincoln Memorial on its reverse side, a design that had been in place since 1959. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's start by talking about the penny's design. The obverse, or front, of the 1999 penny features the likeness of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This image, first created by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, has been the dominant design on the penny for over a century. Lincoln, known for his leadership during the Civil War and his role in abolishing slavery, remains one of America's most revered historical figures, and his image continues to serve as a fitting tribute to his legacy. For most people, the image of Lincoln on the penny is so familiar that it might not even register as something particularly significant. But in the world of coin collectors, it's a different story. The Lincoln cent has been subject to numerous modifications and variations over the years, with each change, whether it be a new design or a minting error, sparking interest and discussion among collectors and numismatists. The 1999 penny, in particular, is one that piqued the curiosity of many, due in part to the transition happening on the reverse side of the coin. For nearly 4 decades, the reverse of the penny featured the Lincoln Memorial, a monumental structure located in Washington, D.C., that honors the life and achievements of Abraham Lincoln. The memorial, designed by architect Henry Bacon and completed in 1922, became an enduring symbol of Lincoln's legacy and was chosen as the reverse design for the penny in 1959. It was a design that remained unchanged for 40 years, until the year 2009, when the U.S. Mint decided to introduce a new design to commemorate the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. But let's return to the 1999 penny. At the end of the 20th century, the reverse side of the penny continued to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and this coin became a symbol of a transitional period in both American history and coinage. Little did anyone know that this specific year would yield a variety of errors and anomalies that would later make certain 1999 pennies highly valuable to collectors. The production of the 1999 penny took place at 3 U.S. Mint facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. These facilities played an essential role in striking the coins and ensuring that they were properly circulated throughout the country. In total, the U.S. Mint produced over 12 billion pennies that year, more than any other year up to that point. While most of these coins were intended for everyday circulation and were of little interest to collectors, there were subtle design variations and errors that would come to define the 1999 penny as one of the most intriguing in modern coinage history. To understand why the 1999 penny became so desirable to collectors, it's important to first look at the composition and minting process. The penny, in its current form, is made primarily of copper-plated zinc, a composition that has been used for many years. However, in 1999, the U.S. Mint made several key decisions regarding the design and production of the penny, some of which would have lasting effects on its collectability. The first major factor that contributed to the 1999 penny's allure among collectors was the so-called wide AM error. As the U.S. Mint continued to refine its coin production process, it accidentally created a design error that would go unnoticed for a time. On some of the 1999 pennies, the space between the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the coin was noticeably wider than on most other coins. This error was particularly significant because it was only meant to appear on proof coins, which are specially made for collectors and have a higher level of detail and quality. When these wide AM pennies were found in regular circulation, collectors immediately recognized their rarity and began searching for them, creating a surge in demand. As you can imagine, the discovery of this error sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Coins that had been struck with the wide AM design were considered much rarer than their more common counterparts. Collectors began to realize that, although the 1999 penny was meant to be an everyday coin, some of the variations and errors in its production made it a sought-after item in the world of numismatics. The excitement surrounding these coins only grew as more examples were found, and soon, a number of 1999 pennies were fetching significant sums of money, far beyond their face value of 1 cent. The next aspect of the 1999 penny that added to its appeal was its production at multiple mints. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically do not bear a mint mark, were common, while those produced at the Denver Mint bore the distinctive D mint mark, making them easily identifiable. However, the real prize for collectors lay in the 1999 pennies produced at the San Francisco Mint. These coins, often struck as part of special proof sets, carried the S mint mark and had a superior finish, making them stand out from the rest, but not all 1999 pennies were made equal. While most circulated coins were of standard quality, there were rare, uncirculated specimens that featured excellent finishes and impeccable details. These coins, which were often produced for collectors rather than for general circulation, became increasingly valuable as the years went by. Many collectors sought out these uncirculated coins, particularly those that had been well preserved and carefully handled, ensuring that they remained in top condition. As time went on, the 1999 penny's reputation among collectors grew. With its intriguing errors, design changes, and unique production details, the penny became a coveted item in the world of numismatics. However, it was not just the errors and variations that made this coin so valuable. There was something else, something that transcended the technicalities of minting, that made the 1999 penny such a remarkable and desirable object. The 2005 penny, while it might not carry the same mystique as some older coins, is important for several reasons. To understand why this coin is so significant, we need to first take a look at the context in which it was minted. The 2005 penny came at a time of change in U.S. coinage. The penny itself, as one of the most widely circulated coins in America, had undergone several design changes throughout its history. Since its introduction in 1793, the 1-cent piece had evolved in both size and design, with various renditions of the obverse and reverse sides reflecting different eras of American history. Before we get into the specifics of the 2005 penny's design and the intriguing aspects that make it so valuable to collectors, let's take a brief look back at the history of the penny. The most well-known design on the obverse of the penny is the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which has been in use since 1909. The reverse side, however, has undergone several changes over the years, and the 2005 penny marked a significant shift in that regard. In 2005, the U.S. Mint released a new series of pennies that honored the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This was a monumental moment in American history, as Lincoln is widely regarded as one of the country's greatest presidents, especially for his leadership during the Civil War and his pivotal role in the abolition of slavery. The U.S. Mint decided to commemorate this milestone by introducing a set of new reverse designs for the penny, each one highlighting different aspects of Lincoln's life and legacy. One of the most striking features of the 2005 penny is its design on the reverse side. For the first time in history, the reverse of the penny no longer depicted the Lincoln Memorial, which had been the design since 1959. Instead, the penny was part of a 4-year series, 2009 to 2012, that showcased different stages of Lincoln's life. The first design in the series, released in 2005, featured an image of Lincoln's log cabin, where he was born in 1809. This design was a tribute to Lincoln's humble beginnings and the resilience that he showed in rising to the highest office in the land. The log cabin design is deeply symbolic, representing the hard work, perseverance, and determination that defined Lincoln's early years. This particular reverse design of the 2005 penny, along with the others in the series, was meant to tell a story of Lincoln's life and achievements. The U.S. Mint also introduced a unique change to the obverse design in the same year. While the front of the penny still featured Lincoln's portrait, the design was updated to show him in a more youthful light, capturing his image as he looked in his early adulthood, before he became president. This fresh new design, paired with the historical significance of the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, made the 2005 penny a special coin in the eyes of collectors. But it wasn't just the design that made this coin stand out, it was also the circumstances of its production. Like many coins, the 2005 penny was struck in several different mints across the United States. The three primary mints responsible for producing pennies in 2005 were the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Each of these mints produced billions of pennies during the year, but the coins struck at the San Francisco Mint were of particular interest to collectors because of their high-quality finish. In addition to the regular circulation coins, the San Francisco Mint produced proof pennies, which were specially minted for collectors. These proof coins have a distinctively glossy, mirror-like finish and are often sought after by those interested in high-quality specimens. The 2005 proof penny, with its stunning details and flawless surface, is one of the most desirable coins in the eyes of numismatists, adding another layer of appeal to the series. The production process in 2005 also had its share of challenges. The U.S. Mint, facing increasing demand for pennies due to inflation and the growing economy, had to balance the production of pennies for circulation with the need for higher quality proof coins for collectors. As a result, the 2005 penny became a symbol of both everyday currency and collectible artistry, straddling the line between the mundane and the extraordinary. What makes the 2005 penny particularly interesting to collectors, however, is not just the general design changes or the quality of the proof coins. The real value of the 2005 penny lies in its potential for rare minting errors, an element that every serious coin collector knows can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into an incredibly valuable item. One of the most notable errors associated with the 2005 penny is the so-called double die variety, which occurred during the production process. A double die error happens when a coin's design is struck multiple times, causing the image to appear more than once, often with a slight offset. These errors are rare and can be found in several years of U.S. coinage, but the 2005 penny is particularly famous for its double die variety, which has been sought after by collectors. A double die 2005 penny, especially in uncirculated condition, can command significant sums at auctions, with prices reaching up to several $1,000s depending on the quality of the coin. However, the 2005 penny is not only valuable due to errors like the double die variety. Even well-preserved, error-free coins can fetch impressive sums, particularly those that have been kept in mint condition over the years. As the years go by, the 2005 penny, much like many modern coins, becomes harder to find in pristine condition. Coins that were once circulating widely, subject to the wear and tear of everyday life, become rarer as they disappear into collections or are simply lost to time. Collectors have always had a special affinity for limited edition coins, and the 2005 penny is no exception. As part of a multi-year series of coins commemorating Lincoln's legacy, the 2005 penny became a piece of a larger puzzle. Collectors who are building sets of these Lincoln-themed coins are often willing to pay a premium for specific years, especially those like 2005, which are considered foundational to the overall series. The historical significance of the penny, combined with its connection to one of America's most beloved presidents, makes the 2005 penny a truly exceptional coin. As we move forward in the world of coin collecting, the 2005 penny has proven to be more than just a piece of everyday currency. It's a testament to the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, a coin that tells a story of perseverance, leadership, and the American spirit. But what about the value of the 2005 penny today? If you were to hold a well-preserved, uncirculated version of this coin in your hand, or perhaps even one with a notable minting error, you might be surprised at how much it's worth. While most 2005 pennies are worth only their face value of 1 cent, certain versions, especially those with double die errors or in mint condition, can be worth significantly more. Some of these coins have sold for as much as $5,000 to $7,000, and in certain instances, the value can reach upwards of $10,000 or more, depending on the specific error and condition of the coin. And here comes the moment that every numismatist dreams of, the big reveal. Imagine, if you will, finding a 2005 penny in your pocket change that just so happens to be a rare variety, perhaps one of the coveted double die errors. What might such a coin be worth? In some rare cases, a single 2005 penny has been sold for as much as $115,000 at auction, making it one of the most valuable pennies in modern coinage. This astonishing figure shows just how much value can be hidden in what appears to be an everyday coin, waiting to be discovered by the right collector. So, the next time you reach for a penny, remember that there could be more to it than meets the eye. The 2005 penny is a shining example of how history, design, and a bit of luck can turn a simple coin into something worth far more than its face value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a curiosity about the world of numismatics, there's no denying that the 2005 penny is a true gem in the world of coin collecting.